Alright, how's it going everyone? Today we have another guide for Star Wars Battlefront 2 modding, and in today's video we are doing how to convert Jedi Academy models into Battlefront 2 2005 format. So if you are in my Discord server, you see that I do a lot of these conversions from Jedi Academy to Battlefront 2 and then make them as assets that you can play in game. So the first thing you're going to need is this skeleton off of ModDB. It's called just Jedi Academy posed skeleton. It's created by Tincum, who taught me how to do this and has been really helpful. So yeah, and then you'll need Noasis, which is something you can find off the internet. Any image converter, I'll be using Kigo image converter. And then soft image 2015, and then another add-on for soft image called ZE Tools, which just is a Battlefront 2 2005 add-on. And then depending on what you're converting, you need to have a copy of Jedi Academy and Outcast. So what we're going to convert is just Gallic Fire for this one, but you can find assets off of mainly JK Hub, and then you can ask the people who created them if you can use them and convert them. So I think the assets are in assets1.pk3. You also need 7-zip to open this, so download that. I think you should have that immediately. We're going to go into models, players, and let's find Gallic. Here he is. We're just going to rip that out right there. And over here he is. So the one thing we're going to look at right here is model.glm. We can exit out of this, open Noasis, and drop this GLM right here. You see he's right here. And then we're just going to click export. And then you can name this anyone you want. I'm going to name him imp underscore inf underscore Gallic. Just so your model is unique and people can actually use different models that might not have a similar name. So one main thing is that a lot of people don't rename their targas, and you want OBJ MTO and flip UVs clicked as well. But anyway, a lot of people just keep it like this, so they'll keep it head, collar, boots and hips, and hand. But then other models have the same texture with hand, head, so you have to replace them, and then it's a whole mess up of craziness, and it's just good to rename the images. So then we're going to click export, export complete, and then you'll see an MTL and then an OBJ. Then we're going to rename all of these. We're just going to name him Gallic Hand. And then Gallic Hips. And we don't want to do anything with these. We don't need these unless you want his appearance to be the blue or red version. And then Gallic's face. There will be time codes, so you can just skip this part. Actually, that works. That works. Alright, here's another one. Gallic head. Don't do anything with the icons. They're not really needed. Alright, and then we're going to open Kigo image converter. I have Targa selected, which is what Battlefront 2 uses, so we'll be using that. Gallic's face, Gallic's legs, his torso. I already got his torso. His head, and his eyes. And then we're going to create a new folder called Gallic Fire, or whatever. We're going to browse Gallic Fire, and then convert. We can exit out of this, and you see all of our targas are here. Then we're going to open soft image. And then I'm still on the free trial, so we'll keep using that. It might take a few minutes to load up, but it's fine. Yeah, there we go. And then we're just going to switch this quickly to user view because it's easier. Import Obj File. Click null as parent. And then I need to remove this from my favorites. And actually find my desktop. It's in here. There we go. And then Gallic Fire. No. Yeah, in Gallic. Then we're just going to import that. It'll take a second or two, but don't worry. Yeah, alright, there we go. So you see the model is huge, and yeah. It also has no texture if we go into texture decal. So we're going to fix that and open ZE tools. And then the only things we need are things that start with models, so we don't need any of these. We don't want these. And then that's it. Yeah, that is it. You don't even need the one models that you don't need is these stormtrooper caps. That's one thing you don't need. Then we're just gonna assign the textures. So I have to find my desktop. Let's see, desktop. And Gallic Fire. We're gonna add this to the favorite. And then hips, it might not work your first time, but then if you just assign it again, it'll work. And then there we go. And then here are his legs. And then his torso. This is a really simple model, so it shouldn't be that hard. There's the torso, the hand, the collar, then his head, his mouth, where's his mouth? There we go. And then his face. There we go. And then you might see there's these nulls that are like, I think that's what they're called, but these little things that we don't need. So what we're going to do actually, which is combining two steps, it is, alright, we're going to select all of his parts that we need. And then I'll have to open Discord for a minute, which isn't a big deal. We're just going to make the rotation, the rotation -90. Then we're just going to grab his eyes, make it -90. And this will actually make it look better, because you don't want these sticking out or it'll make the model look weird. You're going to press the delete button and then just skim it all over these models. These nulls. And make sure you keep everything in the model, okay? Then these, we don't need these. And there we go. We have our model, but now we have to rotate him. I have to find my, the Game Toast Discord really helps. We're just going to jump to this, which is the directions. Alright. We're going to copy this number. It's really precise, so don't worry. I will copy and paste it into the description of the video. Alright, there we go. Don't need this anymore, so there we go. And then we're going to go into Create, Polymesh, and then click Merge. And then so here, this thing will pop up, and then you're going to change this to 0. and then click merge, 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 and then press delete. This will delete all the old body parts and give you just one model. And then we're going to go into point mode, click Control A to select all of them, and then right click, click weld boundary points / edges, and then make it 0.01, and we can go back into object mode. And he looks good so far, he looks clean. And now we can drag this JA skeleton, Jedi Academy skeleton in, and we can bring Gallic down. So we're going to size him down. I might have to adjust the camera because it's kind of weird with a model this small. We're going to go into X-ray mode just so it's easier to reassign. We're going to transform so we don't have the model floating. Go to size, make it a little bit bigger. Just make sure it's as accurate as possible. We're going to try and make it look a little closer to the model. There we go. And then that's very good so far. It's not that hard, as you can see. We just need to transform this guy. Him a little bit down. There we go, that should work. His head is like, here's where his nose should be, and it's perfect. Just for this model, that's what I'm using. And then the next step is clicking 6 to go into the layers. And then we're going to put in 4 layers. Imp underscore bones. Imp underscore rig. Imp underscore mesh. And then imp underscore shadow value. And then just exit this. Then we're going to click 8 to open up this, and then click L to go into the layers. So then you'll see a bunch of these. You might get intimidated. I definitely did when I first did this. But you're just going to click on all these skeletons, all the bones right here. Just copy what I'm doing, because it's pretty difficult if you don't know what you're doing. So all of these should be selected. And then all of these right here that look like this, except for polymesh. You want to keep polymesh on its own. Select all of these, and these are going to go into the bones folder, or the layer. There we go. And I'm pressing control like most apps or anything basically on a computer, just so I can select more than one. And then basically everything but 4 items are going to go into the rig folder that are left. So we're selecting everything here. And so then we're moving these to the rig folder. Then the polymesh, you only want 1 item in the mesh folder, so there you go. And then camera root, all these go into the shadow value. Then we can just delete. So only 3 things in the shadow value. A lot of things in the rig. 1 thing in the mesh, and then all the bones in the bones folder. Exit this. You're going to click S, and then open up JA skeleton, dummy root, and then put imp underscore inf underscore Gallic, or whatever you named your model, and then put polymesh. Both of these should be under dummy root. I'm going to move this aside for a minute. You're going to select your model, press animate, envelope, set envelope. You're going to click yes. And then all you have to do is press L, and then middle click your bones folder. And then right click to assign the bones. And then this will pop up. It's usually, if you're looking at the screen, on the left side, barely showing, so you want to open it up a little bit. And it's just saying how much, what number of skeleton per object. And you're just going to change that from 2 to 1. There we go. That'll just fix a little bit of the issues. And then how you can check if your model was rigged or enveloped, you just rotate one of the bones and see if the mesh rotates with it. Remember to undo by pressing Ctrl-Z so your model doesn't actually get messed up. And then we're going to click W, and this looks really intimidating, but we just have to make some last edits to the model. So the first thing we're going to do is edit the hand, and you're going to go into point mode and just select everything that's like around the hand. And you can hold shift to select everything without unselecting some certain things. Hold on. I get everything, yeah. And then hit Control-E to open this over here. And you want to change everything in the hand to underscore right hand. And then just change this to 100. Awesome. And then over here, you can check by looking at this, and if it's all orange, like the color of that bone, you are correct. And then we're going to edit this hand for a little bit. No, the hand, not the hand, the elbow. I just like checking this, because sometimes, depending on the model, it gets messed up in the elbow, depending on how thin the elbow is. But this one should be fine, but we're just changing it to the lower hand, and it looks good because all of the elbow is purple, not just half and half, because that's not really good. And then we don't actually have to edit much of this, the left arm, because the weapon is being held in the right arm, so that doesn't really need to be changed. And then for the elbow, just make sure everything is on the arm closest to the hand, so the forearm. And if you look over here, it should be good. Yeah, just change that and make little edits as we go on. So the arms are good. And then we're going to go to the head. So if you don't change it correctly, the model's chin will be messed up. So you don't want to do that, because that would be terrible news. Hold shift to select everything around while selecting, so you don't unselect anything. And you want everything from the head to change into, so you see there's some of this, some of the rib cage, a lot of the neck, and a lot of the head. So you just want to change everything to the head, 100 to the head. So now it's completely cyan. But you'll make some edits. Like maybe didn't select some of them, so there we go. And there's just 2 over here. Let's see if we got them. Yeah, we got them. Awesome. So then we're actually going to go down to the feet next, because the feet is another main of the foot, if I'm going to say that right. The foot is going to be edited the most, because it's just weird sometimes. Oh, we missed some points. Just want to change that and make sure nothing gets left out, because that would be bad. And so you want to make sure everything is selected to the what's it called, to the foot, not the toe or the calf, the foot. So then it should be all green over here, because the foot model is green. Perfect. And then the next step, I like going around to the back of his leg to do this, but if you press W, you see all these fun little colors mixed in with the red. You don't want this. You want it all to be red. So we're just going to select everything to the barrier, to the upper, the thigh. So then we're going to change this from these, which are, we don't want those. So we're just going to change it all to the calf, which will make it look a lot better. And then we want the you want to select the thigh, everything part of the thigh. We don't want these tan bits for at the moment, so we're just gonna get rid of them now instead of later. Alright, we got everything. Alright. You will learn that you'll have to make the most edits to the legs. Alright, so that looks good. So, looks perfectly fine. And then, we're going to do the same process on the other leg. And then we don't want any of this. My dog really likes to bark. And then we got everything. So we want to change that to the calf. And there we go. Perfect. And so now we're going to go to the thigh on the left leg. Just click W. I think we got most of it. Well, let's just double check. Because we want to be safer than sorry. And then we want to change that all to the thigh. So then when you press W, it should all look like this. And we're just going to look at the front, see if anything needs editing besides the crotch area. And for the crotch, you want it connected to the pelvis. It looks good so far, so we're just going to select all the points over here. And then we want to click just one of these green, so then we can change it all to the, I forget what it's called. The, like, pelvis. But that might not be its name. And select that green. Yeah, the spine. My bad. And are we good? I think we're good. But just one last edit that's the most tedious and annoying is this right here. You see the leg, the arm. Doesn't stop at the arm. It kind of connects to a little bit of the torso. So you just need to fix that. So then we'll be clicking, and then everything over here too. We don't want that over there. Control E. And then you want it connected to the upper spine, or the spine beat. So then when you... Alright, and then edit this to be spine A. So now it looks a little bit better. But we want to get rid of this yellow, which is this arm right here. We don't want that. And then we want to select the rib cage. So we'll change that. I don't care about freeing up some storage. Unless I'll run out of storage to record, which shouldn't be bad. That looks okay. Oh no, we still gotta edit these. And that's it, I hope. Yeah, that's it. That's perfect. And time to finally edit the last part over here. There we go. And then hit Control E again. Connect it to the rib cage. Press W. it'll take you a couple times to learn this process, but it's pretty easy. This all looks good. Let's change that to the rib cage just in case. And yeah, it looks good. So now we're gonna go into object mode. Select our Gallic. Press 8 again. Click S to go into scene root. Middle click with your mouse the dummy root. So that's selected as well. Then go into ZE Tools, export.mesh. And we're just going to change this to Gallic Fire imp underscore inf underscore Gallic. And yeah, export. And then you should get this good exported sign. We're going to go out of this. Don't close it because you might need to still make some edits. This is a pretty tedious way to do it, so but you want to make sure you make it look professional. Don't use the Battlefront 2 viewer or the Battlefront viewer as a good source. I'm just showing it to let you guys know that the model is exported well, but you want to test in game because that's why we edited all the points so it wouldn't look messed up. And then so I'm gonna open Notepad just to change one of our units. So this is one I used to test all the time. We're just gonna change him to imp underscore inf underscore Gallic. And this is not a guide to make custom sides because there's some videos on YouTube on how to do that. We're gonna edit this, close that. Make sure to save your ODF file. That's in Notepad++. We're just going to go into my map. Go into the mesh folder. Copy. And paste. There we go. Exit this. We're going to use the programmer's build just to make it look easier. Or to make it quicker. And there will be like a point or two that is usually messed up, but if not, I'll be pretty happy.
Boba Fett has entered the battlefield.
Am I really like? I forgot to munch. I forgot to munch. That, yeah, alright. Remember to munch, everyone. So you're gonna select sides, of course, and then hit munch. Because I'm stupid and forgot about that. And so you'll see it be bunging. And then it'll be exporting your model. Just wait a little bit. And it should work. And then you'll get this. This is the only warning you should get, which is when you import any custom model, it has no collision geometry, will be slow. That doesn't really matter to a custom unit model. That matters more for like props and stuff. Or we're gonna open my custom map and then launch. And let's see our model. Alright, so we gotta do some editing, but we're gonna open free cam. He looks good with the arms. He just needs to edit one. There's probably only one point right over here that needs to be edited. So we're gonna quickly exit that. Get rid of this clutter. Open point mode. It's probably one of these right here. Select all of it. Control E. And there's one. There's one point. One point that needs to be edited. That's how crazy one point matters. What are these? When did I make edit? What's this? Huh. That makes no sense because I'm using the... Alright, we're just going to change this. make it the actual correct spine. Which, I mean, it shouldn't matter, but we're just gonna make sure. Because that might have been an error while. Alright, there's one. There we go. Perfect. And where did these come from? Jeez. That is it. Alright. We're going to go back into object mode. 8. Dummy root. ZE tools. Export. Export. Should be correct. We're going to open up our side. And where is the gallows? Here it is. Copy that, paste it over, and then munch. Should take like a second or two, but usually no errors. Same warning, but it's fine. You will always get that warning no matter what. Because I don't know why. But it happens to every single model, like ever created. So it's fine. And that fixed it. So you can see that he looks good. Looks perfectly fine. And yeah. This is Chalacta Fire, and this will be releasing to ModDB. So yeah, right like 30 seconds left of the recording, I ran out of space on my C drive, so I had to put all my recordings on my D drive. Not a big deal, but anyway, I forgot what I said, but anyway, I showed you guys the Chalacta in-game, and he looked good, so I'm ready to export it to ModDB, which isn't that hard. I'll actually... Why not? Why not? I'll show you guys how to upload it to ModDB. Even though it's pretty easy, it's just... Why not? So there's a couple factors to doing this, but it's like, it takes a minute. And it plays your NPC that, not NPC, your unit that you made. And then you're just going to go into an open area. I like going over here on my new M478 map that I'm in the works in. Just going to free cam. And make sure you have a good look at your model. Make sure nothing's messed up, which it doesn't look to be messed up here. And yeah, so you're just going to press F12 on if you have the Steam copy, just to take a screenshot, and then you're going to leave. That's it. Open up this, manage screenshots, leave this, show on disk. Let's try that again. Just copy that, paste, and then cropping it just with the software given on your PC, and that should be good. Just save and leave. Then go into your Chalacta Fire folder, and then create a WinRAR archive, and then just name it Chalacta Fire asset. Shove it all in there. It'll come up. It's all good. Then you're gonna just open anything up. Go into ModDB. This is my page of all the assets I released. These two are really bad. No, this this one. Look at it. Look at it. His chin. Look at it. It's so funny. Yeah, but he's not built so well. So just don't use that model. This one's much better. And this Jedi and this Jedi. They're all good. But except the first two aren't amazing. Choose file, just go to where your model is. And where's Gallic? Here he is. Start uploading. Choose an image. We'll go to show all files. Click that one. Change this to release file immediately. I don't know why it goes straight to that, but that's pretty dumb. Open up, make it source code so it shows up as files. And we'll just go to Wikipedia. IR. And he is. Or is this just like, alright, Gallic Fire was a male human, whatever. Copy this. Gallic Fire asset, and then I just write use as you please. Oh, why is my spelling so good? Just credit me. There we go. And then we have to get all these male human. Reborn. And that served Hassan. Yeah. He created the Shadow Troopers. And was eventually Tarn above Yavin. That's all you need. And then I just like to write, I did not create the model. And then write down below, all credit goes to, and then whoever made it, so it goes to Raven Studios for the model, and Lucas Arts for the character himself. And then I just like to write things used, XSI, Kigo, image converter, and then Oasis, and then Jedi Academy skeleton, and then just save. Should pop up immediately. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Help me reach to 50 subscribers. No, not 50. 150 subscribers by the end of the year. Take care and peace.